don't bring anyone mother into this. She ain't here. If it wasn't for your mother, you wouldn't be here. So remember, when you put down one mother, you put down mothers all over the world.
Welcome to the Friday Nights. I'm Jason Sandberg. Fellas, it was a good week at my LCS this week. We got the first issue of Battle Beast, but the reunion of Kirkman and Otley. I think this is the first time they've worked together since that Rick Grimes 2000 series, which was entertaining. But looking forward to reading this. Can't wait to let you know how it goes.
I've been hearing a lot about it.
I think there's a lot of pent up demand. A lot of people. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun, I'm sure. And then first issue of the second Huck miniseries by Mark Miller, and I like the first Huck series. So the premise of Huck, the elevator pitch for Huck is, what if Superman had stayed in Smallville? And kind of everybody knows that he's Superman doing stuff, but he never goes to the big city, stays a small town boy. Great series. Go check it out and then pick up this latest incarnation. And of course, in honor of our guest here tonight, I had to pull out the Band of Crows teaser Entree appetizer book that was published earlier. Was it end of 2024? Was it this year, Arvid?
It was November 2020.
November.
Yeah.
So we'll be looking at the campaign for the extended version. This is the appetizer to whet your appetite, get people going onto the Band of Crows bandwagon. Beautiful book. As one of the super backers, Arvid sent me the nice chromium version here, so I've got that for bragging rights.
Very cool.
As always, I'm hard at work on Jupiter issue 2. Jupiter issue 1 is in demand on Fun My Comic. Indiegogo has crossed the $1,100 mark recently, so it's plugging away.
I'm sorry, young lady creators say both have crossed that.
Yeah, sorry, 10,100. So anyway, go check that out if you haven't already. And issue 2 will be launching. I'm very, very confident that it will be this year. Very confident that it will be this year. Craig,
I'll get there one day.
Well, you're 4 issues ahead of me. So, Craig, how was your week?
I had a good week. My Mitsubishi's in the shop again. No, but I had some stonework done. Like I said, I'm doing a lot of spring cleaning around my house. I'm actually enjoying working the yard, and I've got a bit of woods around my house. Doing what all forestry management, just cleaning up around my house, spring cleaning. So yeah, it's been a nice summer. Really, just enjoying the weather. Couple things I'm going to show off here. Look at all these wonderful books. So I had to read that one again.
Excellent.
What's Thuriel and what's her name again? I don't want to butcher it. Acastra or
Ancasta, yeah.
Yeah, Ancasta. Yeah, I read it again. It's even better the more times I read it.
Well, thank you have excellent taste, Craig.
Look at these books. I got so many of these preview books, and then of course, just like Jason, I got one of these
nice
beauties too. So yeah, I'm excited to keep this journey going. Arvid, let's do this. I'm excited.
Thanks. It's so weird to see those things. I'll never get over it. Like seeing a book of mine in the shop or seeing someone else hold something it is still so surreal. It's just wonderful to see it in someone else's hands. Thank you.
I gave up comic collecting in 2011, and I thought I was done. I thought, okay, I guess comic books are over for me. It's time to move on. So even though I kind of got back into comics 7 years later, it's so exciting for me again. I think I was talking about you earlier. It's here I am in my 50s, and a lot of the stuff that I'm enjoying is reminding me back when I was 14, 15 years old.
Indeed. Yeah.
Just having fun. But how was your week? I know you're on the campaign trail. So
yeah, it's been intense. It's been really, really intense. Where campaign's doing great, but I've got 6 hours of sleep every night. So I'm it's good. Good problems to have.
And those of you watching, we are starting the show early tonight because Arvid has been working the campaign trail so hard. We want to make sure he gets his recovery sleep tonight. So we're starting a bit early. Craig, if you're all okay with it, I would like to call up the campaign now so we can see where he's at and get a baseline.
So yeah, I've been watching it, and his backers just keep trickling in.
It's great to see, yeah.
And this campaign, it updates itself too. So here we go. That's one of the good things about Kickstarter. It updates itself live.
All right. We're at 355 backers. I'll put that in the chats. We have a baseline for the show.
I think we'll get that 358. You think we'll get that hat trick tonight?
I think so. We usually get a hat trick.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Yeah. I think our record was somebody had 5 people back during the show and like 2 people back the next morning. So there were seven backers. That's the most clout we've been able to pull. We're usually solid 3 to 4 backers. We've got a great people tune in here because they think that Craig is funny, and they think that I'm articulate, and that the creators we have on do quality work. People don't show up here for ad hominem attacks and rudeness and all that kind of stuff.
They tune in to watch Jason talk circles around my head and throw jokes past me. That's
hold on. I was promised ad hominems. I was promised vitriol. I was promised strife and drama and chaos and malicious bad faith attacks. What?
We know no tribalism here. Soul the Republic of Letters. We are all bonded by our love of the medium. That's
we can do that. We can do that too.
This is one of those true tribes where if you come here and you ask for friendship is offered. Yes.
Yeah. Until you backstab Craig, and then then I will knife the bitch. Craig, speaking of friendship and so forth, who's in the chat tonight?
So first and foremost, we got Vulcan. And speaking of Vulcans here, Vulcan, let me know which time zone you prefer. Like we did move to the 10 p.m. I like it for various reasons, but I do kind of miss this time slot. So I'm curious to know what everyone who watches the show thinks. We got 34 watching right now, so
that's great.
Yeah, let me know what you think. Here's Arvid's channel, Crowfile Studios. So give him a subscriber. Everyone loves opening up their YouTube and seeing 1 or 2 subscribers.
Yeah,
I don't know when we're gonna have our 420 stream.
Oh, did we miss the 420? No. Oh no. I'm sorry. How many subscribers do you have?
Back down to 414. I was at 416. I was like, I'm almost there.
We need. Okay, those of you watching, there's 36 people watching live. Our friend Craig here, it's one of those cheap thrills in life. He wants to get to 420 subscribers on YouTube. It has something to do with like a hippie thing, drug thing. I don't understand it. I'm not the guy to ask. But let's help the guy get to 420, make a young man's dream come true. And then we'll do a celebratory stream. We'll have Chris Faction on. Chris Faction will return in style, take a bunch of gummies, and be a drooling madman.
I may have been collecting lots of video clips in
anticipation. Those of you watching may remember Chris Faction, and you knew Chris Faction as the guy who would take gummies and come on the show as one of our co-panelists, co-creators, co-hosts.
Yeah, he was great.
He was great. But what you don't know is that Craig and I would get these wild voicemails. You have no idea, people. You've got no idea. No idea. So let's get Chris back on the show.
It's a bit more than gummies sometimes.
Sounds good. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Here's SF Gaming. He's got to be talking about that Bandit Crow.
Yeah, he was talking about the chromium Bandit Crows.
I think that one ran. Hold on, I'm not even full screen.
Yeah.
Arvid, are you going to trademark the term chromium?
Oh, I should.
Is this the one that's out of stock? Is it like
that is out of stock?
That is so 1970s van. That is so 1970s Savage Sword of Conan, heavy metal.
Yeah, it's a cool cover. Hold on, let me bring that one back.
Totally. Yeah, that's from Ultima 5. That's a tribute to a DOS game called Ultima 5.
It's the Frazetta cover.
Yeah.
And speaking of a disgruntled, deranged former co-host of the show, Aaron is in the chat. Aaron, you have to come back on again soon and do a check-in with us. Aaron, we miss you.
Aaron's good. He departed graciously. He's just like, I want to do the streaming thing on the weekends. I don't want to do it on Fridays.
Yeah, it's intense. It's a real commitment. I admire it. Seriously. I know exactly what a commitment this takes. Oh my goodness.
Speaking of which, Always Fresh is here. Always Fresh is just popping in the Leafs game commercial. Speaking of Always Fresh, hold on, I keep full screening. It's not that I'm obsessed with myself. I'd like to thank the Academy. I'd like to thank the Academy for my work. I don't know if you can see. It says here.
It's Friday night's best podcast 2025. Yeah. Craig, I want to know how did you get a trophy and I did not? This is a 2-man operation at least. I'm assuming mine is in the mail. I'm assuming I'll get mine at some point. This is an indignity and injustice. I won't let it stand.
Always Fresh is he takes pride in his 3D printing, and I promise you, you will be getting yours in the next 3 to 6 months.
All right, that will help me. That will help me explain to my wife that this is a proper use of my time.
Right. Yeah.
Gotta have goals. That's correct. Yeah. What's Vulcan? Oh, Vulcan's responding to my. He's good with either time slot.
Okay.
He does like the earlier, but it's not that big a difference in the Mountain Time Zone.
Yep. Yeah. 10 Eastern. It's better. I think it's better for me because I get time with. I can put the kids to bed, do dinner. I don't feel rushed, all that kind of stuff. So
I'm not as rushed. I don't have as much anxiety, but then I get tired. Like here, I'm Atlantic Coast, so here it's like 11 o'clock at night that time zone. So
yeah.
But hey, I love doing.
Well, dude, you're retired. You could be on Central Time for all. You could be on Central Time and let the rest of the world around you be on Eastern Time. Because what you need to, you don't need to go to work. And you don't watch broadcast TV. You probably stream what you want to watch. Craig, it doesn't matter.
I know.
Go to Central Time and tell the wife, say, honey, I'm on Central Time.
Why are retirees always so obsessed about times? Because they know the time's running out. That's why. You've got all the time in the world. El Schnook says he loves all
Schnook.
They love
a little Schnook showed up. Well.
All
well.
Yes.
Look at that.
And then
she's a stalker. Every time Arvid's on a show, she's stalking in the chat. There's something going on.
Something's going on there. Actually, I'm stalking her, or I don't know. It's one or the other. Yeah. Old Schnooky.
Aaron's asking if we changed our time back permanently. So
no.
Yeah.
Aaron, if we did, would that mean you would come back as a co-host?
No. Is that the deciding factor?
Because Arvid, Aaron had two very poignant and powerful first world problems.
Oh, what were they? Okay.
The first one was his work schedule changed, right?
Okay.
And then the second thing is that whenever he would come on the Friday nights, his son would start playing Xbox and his internet would robot.
Oh no.
and so I had a copy of Magnus Robot Fighter.
Oh,
so
cool.
whenever he would start roboting, I would hold it up and I was poking the bear.
Okay.
So we haven't gotten to Arvid's campaign yet, but I'm already going to jump back in there on it again.
Yeah,
so
SF
Gaming says he can't figure out if he likes the Ultima or the foil cover more. So you do offer, when we get into his rewards, there are some offers in there that offer all those previews. This is the preview version of the book. It's a thinner version.
Yeah.
When we get to his campaign, it'll be this same cover here, but it's 64 pages. Is that right, Arvid? Much thicker,
correct.
Much beefier version of this is
right.
What
girthy.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Yeah.
And then
album.
Thank you for the congrats on the Academy. I will keep dust off it and keep it treasured.
Yeah.
He wants to thank his manager, thank his Lord Jesus Christ, and thank
thank Jason mostly for keeping me here, because I would definitely wouldn't have kept this up if it wasn't for Jason.
So, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes I'm tempted to not come on the show for 5 minutes and watch Craig try to juggle everything and just watch the sweat start coming down his.
Oh my goodness.
And then I'll swoop in and go, Craig, I'm here. Everything's okay. Everything's okay. We can do this, buddy. We can do this. All right. Speaking of swooping in and shaking things up, Craig, what is the first? Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Okay. Let's watch the trailer.
Such a rebel
to whet people's appetite, then do the news, and then do the campaign shill stuff. What do you think of that?
For sure. It
is such a beautiful trailer.
See, Jason just played with the whole making me sweat. Now he's changing my order of things because of my military precision. See,
that's right.
I'm on to you.
I am the wrench.
But for the 40 that are watching, Seriously, you don't want to miss this. I can't explain the difference between a trailer like the ones I get from Good Stuff, which are good. They're sequential pages, but then someone that takes the time to make a fully animated trailer.
Fully animated. This, ladies and gentlemen, what you're going to see is, okay, remember like in the 80s when like there'd be like the G.I. Joe TV show or the Thundercats TV show where they would spend the entire budget on the intro trailer, right? And it was like, oh my God, this animation is fantastic. Right. And then you watch the show and it would be like flash animation. This trailer looks better than anything that Disney has put out in 20, 30 years. This looks better than the Ralph Bakshi Hobbit, Lord of the Rings. Buckle in and prepare to be amazed. In fact, might I say this trailer is magical.
That's true. So here it is for 40 watching, the animated trailer for Band of the Crow.
Come on, people. Come on. That was so awesome.
Cool. How long did it take to put that together?
It was Oren spent I gotta give a shout out to two people. First of all, Oren, my partner, the artist for the Band of the Crow, he spent 9 months on this. 9 months. It was an enormous amount of time. Also, thanks to Titmouse Inc. for doing all of the rest of the heavy lifting on the animation. They it was really expensive for me. It was really not, it was a lot of money for me. It was not a lot of money for them, but we all really came together and made it happen. So thanks to both of them.
Kudos. Yeah. Fantastic. We're going to look at the campaign in earnest, but clearly this is a labor of love. Clearly these people are not phoning it in. They're bringing to bear every ounce of talent and creativity and passion. And this is just an exciting book.
Thank you.
And then Crenshaw, Crenshaw's like, I'm going to ignore the art. I'm going to ignore the music. I'm going to ignore the editing. I'm going to talk about the fonts.
Right. Yeah.
This guy, I'm a typeface. He's cut from a different cloth. Crenshaw.
We will get along like a house on fire. I am a total typeface nut. I think that's called Monster Magis.
It could be.
I mean, that typeface. So yeah.
Crenshaw is wonderful. Wonderful.
Indeed.
Yeah, Arvid does always bring his best.
Oh, thank you, Becky.
Okay, so
yes, I'm learning things from your campaign. I am learning things from you and studying.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Great.
Because I watch what other creators do and their approaches, and let's see how this plays out.
Let's see how I'll show you what not to do. We'll all learn something at the end of this campaign. I have no idea what I'm doing. So it's not like a master plan.
Craig's had plenty of people plenty of people show him what not to do.
Right, exactly. We've all seen a lot of that, haven't we? They're done that.
I'm gonna learn from. I'm gonna avoid that. Learn from that.
Right,
so,
yeah.
all right, Craig. What is topic number one this week?
Let's get to the silly antics of this show and what makes this show unique. So, again, if you're here for the first time on our show, Friday nights, we come to you every Friday night, sometimes at 9 p.m., sometimes at 10. 3 topics with one guest creator. We're now on episode 94. You can count on us every Friday. We'll be here. We'll find a creator to spend a couple hour to an hour and a half with, hanging out with, dunking on some recent news, and you'll get your latest news story for the zaniness that's going on in this world, because I've got nothing better to do but peruse the internet and laugh. So first story I got comes from us from UPI. 51,725 playing cards were toppled like dominoes to break a Guinness World Record. So yes, they had a team. This was in China, and I was worried about those tofu drag like buildings are always falling apart. But I think they went above and beyond themselves. They created this climate control special room for this, and they were throwing like typhoon, hurricane, gust, windstorms at this while they were doing
I read
it.
that. That's right. Yeah, it's a great marketing stunt. That's great marketing. Yeah.
But they had this climate-controlled room, which is what they needed, and they were able to line up 51,000 playing cards and then topple them over like dominoes.
Amazing.
So you talk about spare time on your hands, Jason. What do you think of that?
My first and initial reaction to this news story is, why not 52,000? Why not?
Oh,
what's going on here?
Right, exactly. Come on, guys.
What's going on here? What's going on here? That makes me go, hold on.
Right. You're right. Is that like Taoist geomancy? Is that like it's no, it's not a prime number. There's no reason for that. Yeah.
Why not? So at what point do you think they started to kind of sweat and get a little like shaky with the cards? What at 35,000, 40,000? When do you think the twitch started?
Probably after 10,000 every card after that, I would imagine. Yeah, because you make one mistake, you flick one of those, and they're all going down.
Man, that takes nerves of steel. Do you know what it looks like? Collapsed? Do you have a picture of the thing? Like the
So the good thing about this show is we always do an outro, Arvid. So if you stick around for the outro, I'll have the video for when he topples all the cards.
Oh, okay, far out.
Hey, Philbo Baggins is here.
All right.
What I want to know is, once this thing topples, what do you do with those cards? What do you try to put? Do you try to make intact decks with them? What do you do?
All right.
Call up a magician, see what they do. That's a good question. Yeah, but speaking of environmentalism, this isn't very environmentally conscious, right? But then we can go to casinos. How many decks does the casino go through a day?
Don't they have to get rid of the decks after using them once or something like that?
They punch holes.
I think that's the casinos.
Do they really?
Isn't that the casinos that do that?
Yeah, they'll punch a hole in them, and then they usually just give them away. If you request them, they'll just throw you a free pack.
Oh, really? Okay, that's kind of cool.
So, Arvid, have you ever come in your business, in your professional career, as you're moving from company to company, looking at resumes? Have you ever seen domino toppling expert on anybody's resume?
No, but man, that would definitely impress me. I think I would hire them on the spot. Not that I'm in a position to hire anybody, but yeah. I mean, well, but it's like between an Ivy League degree and toppling 51,000 cards, I'd go with the card toppler over the Ivy League graduate any day of the week. Absolutely.
Philbo Baggins has the quote of the night.
Right.
This is your card.
Totally. Oh, you're just see SF Gaming has a funny one too.
What's he got? Yeah.
Here, I've got it. Yes. Oh, I had it. So 51,000.
Right.
Well said, sir. Well said.
I mean, it's what do you, but it's always what do you do afterwards? What do you do with this pile of cards afterwards?
The funny thing about these Guinness records too is, are you going to be the guy out there who does want to hit 52,000 now?
Right.
So
exactly.
you can take this. Get your own Academy Award made up.
We should all find the least impressive Guinness World Record and just beat it just to like be in it. Just like flip through whatever, like the lamest world record, the easiest to beat.
What are the segment? It's terrible. I forget his name. David Rush. Was that his name?
David Blaine?
No, David Rush. Okay. Serial Guinness World Record holder.
Oh yeah, that's right. We looked at his dart thing a couple nights ago.
What's this?
He's got like 100 of them. That's what he does. He looks for the easiest ones. Serial. He's just like a serial killer.
Thought of this. Okay. Wow. Yeah.
Greg, that's what
records in. Like, what is he?
He's got like 100 of them.
Like throwing darts and throwing straws and stuff like that. Okay. Greg, that's what you should do.
Balancing lawnmowers. That's right. That's what I should do. Balancing lawnmowers on his chin and walking.
Like, throwing straws. There's a record for that.
Well, yeah, because what? Maybe instead of trying to beat a world record, we should set a world record.
Right. Exactly. At this point, it wouldn't even occur to me. Like, it's like the dumbest. Like just even have to come up with that is kind of impressive because it's so unimpressive. Yeah.
We have the Guinness Book of World Records record for most mid-sentence interruptions on a podcast. Let's go for that one.
There we go.
Sounds good.
No, I don't think so. We got the record for that. You need to have a panel of like 13 people trying to talk over each other to beat.
Well, like that new CNN one there's like the one conservative guy and they all like shout at him and he just like eviscerates them. Who's that guy? What's his name? They just trying to interrupt.
No, I know you're talking about. I know you're talking about. Something
Scott
Jennings.
Is that his name?
Scott Jennings.
Yeah.
They had the lady on there trying to justify the South African genocide policy, and then her response was they should go back to where they came from.
Right, I know, right? Just like
doesn't
I think I'm getting political, but it's like even just a little bit. All you had to do is say, "Oh, we accept all refugees no matter what." Like that was such a gimme, guys. You can't even do that. Can't do that. Wow,
right.
You are committed. I will. Like you are sticking to your guns, aren't you? Wow.
So Craig,
hypocrisy, yes.
Yeah.
Craig, what else do they intend to do with this this secure space, this typhoon-proof environment? What are they going to do next? Are they going to?
China has entire abandoned cities, so I'm sure they won't mind having another abandoned, overpriced building to go along with the rest. Yeah, it's tough to say.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's a very cool room, though. I mean, it'd be nice to live there, and you could throw
Cool.
torrential typhoon at your windows if you wanted to live in it, I guess.
Mies van der Rohe or something like that. Yeah, right. Like a very large mid-century modern house.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, let's deal from the deck and look at what topic number 2 is tonight.
All right.
What you got?
So for topic number 2, this one comes from the BBC. Lab-grown teeth to fill in the gaps in regenerative dentistry. So this particular lab, they've been at this for about 10 years. I'm scared to say I might have to up my prescription already. In any case, these scientists have been working on this. They have been able to lab grow a tooth with your cells. So it won't be ready for us, they figure, but maybe by the time our grandchildren are around, if you lose a tooth, they go, oh, hey, you need a new wisdom tooth. 5 days, they'll grow it in the lab. And because it's your own genetic material, your body won't reject it. And then they just plop it in your mouth, put in a tooth that's made of your own cells, and away you go. That's the future.
Cool.
My first reaction to this news story was oh God, it's 2025. Can we move past the stereotypes? And of course, it's a London school. It's a London lab, right?
That's right. Oh, you're so right. You're so right.
It's like,
what do you mean?
People,
what
can we?
Jason, I don't understand what you're talking about. We've got beautiful teeth here in the British Isles. Our teeth are beautiful.
Always fresh out of comment here. Crackheads and hood.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
And then Philbo is warning us all now that he's got a comment there.
Okay.
My first thought was like, what about hair? I mean, you guys don't care, but like, come on. Like, is that so hard?
Arvid's been waiting 10 years for lab-grown hair. And you're really worried about teeth.
Right.
Philbo Baggins, they're going to put a chip in it. Yeah, they probably
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah. I think Always Fresh has got a good point here. What is this going to, Arvid, what is this going to do to the balance of trade between the Tooth Fairy, the land of the Tooth Fairies and the British Isles? What's going to happen when suddenly little kids are not getting gold coins for their teeth under the pillow? What's going to happen?
Right. That's a chaos, total chaos. There's going to be
it's going to ruin the tooth market. Yeah.
Exactly. Wow. Isn't there's a story about like Edgar Allan Poe about teeth, like Berenice. It's the weirdest story. Like he falls in love with his cousin Berenice and marries her, and then she dies. And then in order to honor her memory, she starts pulling the teeth out of her corpse. It's the strangest story. Weird. It's like, okay. I guess he wouldn't need to do that. He could just grow it in a lab. So it would definitely make that story obsolete. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm just reading the comments coming in.
Always Fresh.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. What happened to World of Warcraft? Is that still around?
Yeah.
Were you guys are you players of it?
I played it for a little while. Like we're going back, 15 years, I'd say.
Yeah,
and then I played the Star Wars MMO for 10 years. Okay. Now I just play Fortnite, but yeah, it's still going.
Is it a pale shell? Like, what are its users? It's like a shadow of its former.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's still a big game. It still drives its own engine. Still has its own community. Mm-hmm. So as long as the revenue's there to keep the lights on, they'll keep it going, right?
Right.
So guys, call me old fashioned, but I long for the days where we would just get teeth from cadavers.
Right. Amen.
You think people ever did that and put other people's teeth in their mouth? I'm sure someone's done it, no doubt.
You think anybody's gonna get one of these teeth and like it'll be like, it won't be haunted, but it'll be like a sweet tooth. And suddenly they're like, "Oh my God! I thought my life was saved by this new tooth, but turns out I'm gobbling."
The tooth will be evil, right? Yeah, it'll be an evil tooth.
That takes on a life of its own, right? Starts whispering thoughts,
or at night the tooth turns into like fangs.
Oh wow, that sounds awesome. Like, sign me up. That sounds good.
Whole zombie plague out of this. All these people get these lab-grown teeth, and then they conquer the world.
Wow.
Right?
Absolutely. Well, we will continue to monitor the story and bring our viewers updates. Craig, what is topic number 3 tonight?
Yeah, I just like bringing up the advances in science because they're always interesting, and drones and androids and everything else crazy going on in the world.
This is a good one.
Here's our third and final topic for this evening.
I'm sorry. Just go. No. Wow.
This one is good on so many levels. And just for those watching, it was a crazy week at work for me this week, but this is the topic that I started to prepare slides for, ran out of time. So believe me, I got plenty of, just like Arvid, I cannot wait to tear this one apart.
Yeah.
So this one comes from New York Post. Influencer calls the whole tomato at Las Vegas restaurant iconic. Right. While others are deeply confused, they call it so dystopian. So you see the one picture of her there with the wide eyes. This is what they're laughing at. The influencer culture. We all know there's 3 things that pay off, right? Yeah. Being a woman, eating on camera. I forget what the third one is, but
boobs.
Yeah, or basically starting internet fights and feuds,
Right.
But if you do these things on the internet, you get clout, you get people watching. So her eating this tomato, and then this was by the way, it's also in the outro as well. You get to see her TikTok video if you really want to see it. But they're just dunking on her for really a tomato.
Right. Yeah.
Really.
Arvid, when George Orwell was on the second draft in 1984, and he's on the train going into London, and the guy next to him says, how would you describe the book you're working on? Do you think George Orwell said it is so dystopian?
Right. Yeah. Right. No, I think he probably said it was iconic. I think that was probably his adjective of choice. Yeah. Yeah.
So this lady I liked how some of the comments were like, oh hell no. Oh hell no, you're not gonna just give me a raw vegetable and a knife and expect me to cut out.
They gave you a Great Depression snack, and if they gave me this as a table service, I would immediately call the police.
Right. Yeah, I love that one.
My mother told me that during the early 60s, one of her birthday gifts was an orange. Was an orange, right?
Was it
so
really?
yeah. So she got it. For her birthday, she got an orange. So there's, there's people alive now who seeing fresh fruit was a novelty, right? And we were joking earlier about the poor British people and their teeth and all that kind of stuff and all the sugary stuff. There's some people where like a fresh orange would be a novelty. It would be a novelty. But looking at a restaurant like that, it shouldn't be a novelty. It shouldn't be a novelty in a place like that. Am I wrong?
You are correct, sir. You are correct.
Again, you have to watch the TikTok video, but it is she goes overboard. Like she adds like salt and pepper and olive oil and all the. You're eating a tomato,
right?
Like,
yeah.
Now, is this because she went in there and said, I'm gluten free. What do you got?
That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Maybe it was. Yeah.
It's the restaurant's gluten-free option.
Right.
So just being so happy that there was something other than bread that you can't eat. So I can kind of understand the excitement there to some degree, I guess, maybe, but I don't know.
People are still gluten-free. Didn't they move on to something else that was bad for them? No. First it was fat, now it's gluten. I think protein is next. Protein is in their sights next.
I was asked that the other day if it was good to have a lot of protein in your diet. It's like, yes, you're going to need that.
Until they, exactly. Until they, for some irrational reason, decide that it's bad for you. Yeah. But, indeed.
Anything else?
So, no, I just want to say another thing. It's weird because that word iconic was echoed in the Braveheart, the new Iron Man, the new Ironheart. I think they also described Ironheart as iconic. It's like it's kind of not something that you self-apply. Like someone else has to call you that.
I put
I
air in my bicycle tires today. That was iconic.
That was so iconic of you, right? Exactly. It's actually right. It's actually a sure sign that it's not iconic. Like if you have to tell me that it's iconic, then it's a little sad. It's a little sad clown. Little sad clown there. Yeah.
So I'm still hung up on the so dystopian. What?
No, it was a comment towards influencers. Influencer culture is so dystopian.
Right. It's not about the tomato. It's just about the idiocy of like
eating a tomato and go, wow, this is the greatest tomato I've ever had. In front of a camera for clout, right? Yeah.
That's right.
Right. Yeah, exactly, Levi. Exactly. Yeah. They'll figure out a way. Yeah. Raven's stunning and iconic. Well done, sir. Well done. I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you made it through to the other side. Exactly. I do not think it means what you think it means. Exactly. I hate that abusive language. I talk about George Orwell. I mean, I hate that abusive language. It makes language totally meaningless.
So, what if the restaurant had brought the lady a can of tomatoes and a can opener?
That would be.
Would that be iconic?
Yeah, that would be fine with me.
What if they brought her a plate with a pre-sliced tomato?
Wow. That's a good point. So at least they could do is chop up the frickin' tomato.
Yeah.
For that poor woman. Also, I don't know if you saw the video, but she had real difficulty manipulating the lemon. She could not there was like a little struggle there with the lemon. I thought, oh, can she do it? Can she do it? Oh, iconic. Oh, she got some juice
there.
out of the lemon. That was truly iconic.
Was she kind of teasing the lemon or something?
Yeah. No, she just couldn't do it. Did you watch the video? It's like there was like a flash of fear in her eyes. Like, can I do this?
Was it that like she didn't know if it was going to squirt her in the eye? She had to be like.
No, I think it was like do I have the grip strength to extract juice from this lemon? It was very sad. It was very sad. They didn't chop the lemon either, did they? Good Lord.
No.
Give that poor woman like
just gave her a knife and where you go.
Wedge, you know what I mean? Like with the freaking Perry edge, just something. Good Lord.
Isn't it iconic, don't you think?
Right, yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. So just a similar observation I'm going to make is back in college, my buddy and I, we were in a restaurant, and we ordered a salad, and it was like $4. It was a styrofoam bowl with a couple leaves of lettuce and some tomato slices for $4. Across the street, the gas station was selling a whole head of lettuce for like 60 cents.
Wow.
And we're like, what the hell?
Right, exactly.
What's going on? This is all a scam. This is crazy. So Craig, how much do you think she paid for this gourmet tomato? Did she tell us?
Looking at that restaurant and then the fanciness of it, I imagine it was definitely overpriced. No doubt about it.
It looks like a nice tomato. I mean, it does look like a nice.
Well, she did do a follow-up video for her haters, which is kind of funny.
Oh,
she did the same video in her home, and she got like a lame tomato, and you could tell it's been in the fridge for a couple days because it started to shrink. Nice. She's just doing it with like the cheapest stuff at home with this really sour
plastic fork.
So she does have some humor. I will give her that. She at least knows to be on the internet. You got to have thick skin.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
Indeed. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, look this here. Speaking of food, it's good stuff.
Okay, Chris Faction stopped by as well. I don't know if he saw. He was in there for a bit. So.
Let's see. Always Fresh has got one more comment. That tomato meal has strip club perverts roasting.
That's a good point.
Oh, I used to be one of those guys. That's.
All right, we've got 56 people watching live. Yes. We're approaching the top of the hour. Let us look at the campaign and see if we've picked up any backers before we go in depth the campaign.
Awesome.
Last time we looked, it was 355. Ooh, we got somebody during the show. That's a good. It's good.
One backer so far.
All right, so Arvid, give us the elevator pitch on this project here. What's the deal?
Yeah, well,
slice the tomato.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I think trope is just a polite word for a cliche. I mean, you just have to do something with it. I love Tolkien, but every fantasy story just feels like a bad pastiche of Tolkien to me. Maybe that's a little bit unfair, but only a little bit. So I had an idea in this. One of the tropes fantasy is that it's the elves, the dwarves, whatever, are on the verge of extinction, and human beings have kind of spread out. They're kind of taking over, and it's sort of the end of the age of magic. This is the opposite. It's not the elves or the dwarves or the whatever that are about to go extinct. It's us. It's the people.
Okay.
Yeah. So people live in one tiny island off the eastern coast of the mainland. It has been something bad happened a long time ago. There was a catastrophe. It happened so long ago that people don't remember. It was so bad that people don't remember it. But frost giants have taken over on the mainland, and people are left on this one island. So that's kind of what the story's about. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. The band of Brigantia, right? Is that the last human civilization?
Yeah, that's the name of the island that they all live on. So they have religion is important to me. I am, even if I weren't religious, I just find it interesting. So they're organized around a religion, and they worship a goddess. The technical term is they believe in other gods, but they just don't worship them. I think there's a word for that. It's called monolatry or something like that. So that's that. The map on the campaign is $7 on the campaign. $7. You can get it as an add-on. There is also a very good, if I do say so myself, there's a very good tier, like our mega tier. It's a very good deal. It really is. Our margins on those really suck. That's the only reason it's not the promoted. It's not my featured tier. So check out that one too. You can get a really, really good bundle deal on a bunch of stuff. But yeah, map on its own, $7.
I remember when the final product for this castle came and how happy you were with it. And the story of how this castle came to evolve. That's on the screen here, Arvid.
Yeah. Yeah. This was intense. Ord and I spent like 3 months working on this image. So we've spent a long time on this, but I think we got the look down. There are a bunch of beautiful castles in the Alps. It's in a lot of like Western Slavic countries, places like Slovenia and Slovakia and the Czech Republic. So this is based on, I think it's called, what is it called? Oravsky Castle, which is in Slovakia, if I'm not mistaken. But we just borrowed from a lot of sources. There's a fantasy illustrator named Ian Miller, and I'm a huge fan of Ian Miller. So he's a big inspiration to us as well. But I think Orrin really hit it out of the park here. Like it just looks great. It looks a little fairy tale, but not really. There's a little edge to it. There's a little darkness to it.
It just gives it history, and you can tell time is gone, like all the renovations and the remodeling.
Yes, thank you. Right. Yeah. Exactly. It's like it's not. That's what we talked about. Like the architecture, like it wasn't all built in one place at one time. Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. There are newer versions. There are versions that are in disrepair. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Vulcan. Thank you. All right.
Oh man.
Yeah, Orrin is just so talented. Yeah, thank you. Sorry, go ahead.
Every time I read this book, I find something else that's just cool in it. You know, it's one of those books you can read several times.
Thank you. Orrin put a lot of work into it. I am truly blessed to have him, and we hope so. We hope it holds up to a second reading. So I really appreciate that. Yeah.
Here we
These
have
are the trolls. Now they don't call themselves trolls. Obviously, it's funny. I was talking to like an editor somewhere. It's just like, what are they called? He didn't understand that. Like, you'll learn more about the trolls as they go on. They don't call themselves trolls, and like I don't think it's something. Again, like I love Tolkien, but like there's no such thing as a good orc. The only good orc is a dead orc, which is fine. Which is fine. They're just evil and they're bad, and that's fine. That's a choice that Tolkien made. But I get tired of that as well.
The interesting in most civilizations is when you talk to the bad guys, most of the time the bad guys don't realize that they're the bad guys.
No, exactly right. Exactly right. Evil people never say, I am evil and I will destroy you. They say, you are evil and I will destroy you. Hitler thought he was doing the world a favor. Hitler thought he was the good guy. He thought that Winston Churchill was Sauron. So yeah, exactly right. Yeah. Right. Yeah, that's right. so soothsayer. It's funny actually. The typeface we use for the trolls for their dialogue is called soothsayer. So there you go. Yeah. We tried not to make them ugly either. We tried to make them. I don't know. Orrin and I spent a long time working on getting the look down for them. So yeah.
It's enough you could see yourself as one of them. Like, yeah, I could see myself.
Right. Exactly. They are a little different from human beings, but basically they are similar. They are not necessarily evil. Yeah. So that's
but we call them trolls.
Yeah, that's right. Well, again, this is like, this is another thing I don't like about all the tendentious, regressive politics. It's like, this is another world from us. They just don't have our values. The people in this world do not have the values that we have. And to me, that's one of the best things about fantasy or science fiction or whatever. You say, okay, let's look at how another society might organize itself. What might they think? So troll isn't really a polite term, but it wouldn't really occur to them. They wouldn't even make a distinction. They're like, what do you mean we need to be polite to the troll? What are you talking about? It just, they just wouldn't understand that. So it's not even that troll is a slur necessarily. It's just that like it wouldn't occur to them to have any other opinion. So yeah.
They're the creatures they heard about in fairy tales that will someday appear.
Right. Exactly. And people have lots of misconceptions about them. There's not a lot of contact. Like humans and trolls don't get along very well together. There's a history there. So they don't mix. So a lot of times when a person meets a troll, they're kind of like, oh, that's what a troll looks like. I thought you had warts on your nose. I thought you had tails. I thought, things like that.
Maybe
So,
if they mass immigrated a bunch of the trolls and gave them all jobs, accept them, give them, make them the mayor, the president of the town.
That's actually, that's sort of what happened. Actually, there was an invasion and they fought it back, and so there's not, So they tried that.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they tried that. Yeah, it didn't go so good. What is up? What is up? So
sequential pages are amazing.
Thank you.
In addition to the art being, the line art is fantastic. The characters are the character designs fantastic. The coloring is just beautiful. It's pitch perfect.
Yeah, that's Oren again. We have looked low. We have looked low. We have looked high for a colorist. Eventually, we had some very, very. It's very sad. We just had to part ways with another colorist. It's very, very sad. We cannot find someone who's capable of doing what we want. So Oren ends up doing the coloring.
Can I just say out there, God bless those artists that love their line art so much that they're willing to color their own art because they don't want to see someone else do it. Gonzalo's the same way. He became a colorist because it drove him nuts to see someone else putting colors on his, and then he would have to fix them. And he finally just said, "What are you paying him to color it?" And I told him, he says, "What if I color it for this much?" Hey, done deal, right?
That's great. It is so frustrating. I've seen this good coloring can really improve lackluster line art, but bad coloring can really ruin good line art. I mean, it just destroys it. It's happened to me on projects before too. It is such a tragedy when that happens.
It's same team building in the army. Like they always say you're only as strong as your weakest link.
Yeah.
It's the same with your creative team. Like if just one person on that team is either weak at writing or weak at lettering or weak at coloring, it takes everyone else down.
So true. That's why I learned how to letter, actually. It's just like one less person. Like, I'll screw this up myself. Thank you very much.
You do the lettering? Nice.
I do the lettering, yeah.
I mean, that's a skill all itself.
It is. It is.
Yeah. Do you use Adobe Illustrator? What do you use?
I do, although I have Affinity, the Affinity suite, which is like, the terms of service on Adobe are just atrocious. It is really scary. So there's another company called Affinity. They have their own rival to Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign. So I am going to take it upon myself to learn how to use that.
The nice thing about this, though, is someone else isn't putting a word bubble over something that's important, and then you're sitting there and you're arguing and moving, directing someone else to move their word bubbles because they've put them over things that you didn't want covered. Yeah, it can be a nightmare.
No, exactly. That's why lettering is one of the first things that we do. Oren does a rough sketch, and then the first thing I do, boom, we lay down letters over it so that things don't get covered up.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think you have to start with the lettering. It starts with the lettering. It's not the last thing you do. It's it's both the first thing and the last thing that you do.
I do the same thing because I do the thumbnails and then I do the first pass on the dialogue, and because the lettering is going to guide the eye and it's going to define the pace of the page. So if you just you've got to make sure it's all in sync in those early stages, and you can change things later on. You can move things around, but yeah, you're doing it right, because you'd hate to. I mean, I could just imagine if you didn't do the lettering first, Oren gives you these panels, and you're like, I don't want to cover any of it up.
Right. Exactly.
And it's I think you've got the right approach.
Yeah. I learned that the hard way too after many years of.
Here's the thing: you've got a whole bunch of books under your belt too, right? Like how many books off the top of your head have you worked on?
Like it's funny, I have like over 100 credits. It's just single issues, but I've got a lot of. I checked. There's some website that aggregates comic book creator data. Yeah, it turns out I have like over 100 credits to my name.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm just a noob. I'm on my first.
Yeah. Hey, me too, man. I know how it feels. I know that feeling well. But
I love it. I mean, I've loved comics since like '84. So
awesome. Yeah, me too. I mean, remember, it's so funny back in the old sort of like drugstore spinner rack days.
Getting kicked out.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
You've been here long enough. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah,
either buy something or leave.
Yeah, that's right. Man. Good times. Yeah. So, but thank you, and everyone gave us quotes. Was really helpful. The promotion right now and before, it is sincerely appreciated.
All right. Of you. You ready to jump in rewards, or do you want to hit a trailer, or what do you think we should do?
Let's do the trailer again.
Okay.
Let's do the trailer again.
Okay, so yeah, we're up to 64 watching now. I haven't been tracking the comments, but again, thank you so much for everyone for joining us. Arvid, thank you for joining us as well. Again, so happy to have you back as a guest. And here it is, one of probably the best trailer of 2025. This is going to be, I think so, in the running. Don't you think so, Jason?
I think so. Yep.
But if you haven't,
this basically, I'll put it this way. If I was a studio head at some studio, and they said, "Hey, we've got a sizzle reel for these creators. They've got a property," I would be like, "Greenlit."
Right. Jason, I like the way you think, sir. So I like the cut of your jib, Jason. Thank you, sir.
All right. So for the now 62 watching, here it is, the animated trailer for The Band of the Crow.
Come on, people. Come on.
I just got a question. I thought I got. So I don't want to spoil your book, obviously, and you can tell me, hey, I'm not going to reveal anything. I won't be offended. So I've read this now 3 times.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That is, I'm flattered.
I've got questions. So I'm curious. So this is the first 32 pages.
Yes.
And we're gonna now venture. Look at that crazy maze.
Yeah.
Insanity. So this next 32 pages, what am I in store for the continuation of this book? Is there anything you want to reveal, or do you know?
Yeah, it's so hard because like everything I could reveal would be pretty much
the story
a spoiler. But we pick up with Therial in the Endless Knot. We see him, a little bit of time has passed, but we sort of take it from there. He is in the knot, and we find out what he finds out going in the Endless Knot. Yeah. So more than that, I just like, yeah, I'm.
No worries.
It's so funny. Like literally after the first page, I'm a big believer in page turns. I love page turns in comics. You know what I mean? Going from the odd page to the even page. Pretty much every page of the second half is a page turn surprise. Nice. So yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited. When do you anticipate getting this next installment into backers' hands? Because that's going to be probably another big question.
Yeah, very soon. I think we're planning on September. September is our, hopefully much sooner than that. We're kind of finalizing things with the printer right now. If all goes according to plan, it will be much sooner than September. But yeah, the art is completely done.
So basically, completely ready. People can back this book. They can go off and enjoy their summer, and then when the fall starts to set in, they can sit down and read this book before winter comes.
Yeah. Hopefully sooner than that. Hopefully much sooner. We'll see.
Okay. So I'll go through your rewards now. So for $12 plus shipping, I'm guessing.
Yeah, this does not include shipping. Yeah.
So that's 64 pages, which is double what the preview book was. And then here for $5, what's is this? Which one? Which tier? This is the digital.
This is what you have in your hands right now. We sold this for $3 in November. The price has gone up to $5. So you are holding it in your hands right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So that's the 32-page preview.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. And then coming down. Oh man. Get with your buttonology there, Craig. Okay. The Tears of the Goddess, $26. What does this come with?
Yeah, so this comes up. We sold out of our Ultima 5 cover. I mean, we have some left in reserve, but thank you, Phil. God bless you. Thank you. Wow. Greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated, sir. We sold out of one of our covers, so we just don't have any left. This is still a very, 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 very good deal. You get 3 covers. We look at the covers as being kind of collectible, so it is the same story. So just, it is the first half of book 1. If you're just interested, if you're not interested in like getting some collectible items, you would just want to pick up book 1. But this is it. This is like everything we have left to offer. You get the map, all of our stuff. Yeah.
So they get the 64-page version of the book with this as
64-page version. And we get that version, the version on the bottom, the kind of purple blue version with the hands. And if you can see that is normally not available. Normally we only avail that to retailers. Yeah, there it is. There it is. So that is the rarest variant cover that we have. So yeah. So all told, I think it's over 30% off, like well over 30% off. So truly it's a good deal. Like I'm not trying to again, my margin on that is terrible. Like seriously, I'm not trying to be a pushy salesman or anything like that. We are not going to repeat. This is not going to be repeated ever again. This deal.
I have no doubt.
Go ahead.
Based on all the amazing things you've done, the packaging, the boxing, the giveaways, the prints, the animated trailer.
Yeah.
I definitely know you're doing this for the love of producing this art and this IP. That's what you're focused on. This is your baby. And there's no doubt about that.
Exactly. Thank you, Craig. Yeah. I've earned the right to say that. Thank you. Yeah. And Warren too, certainly. Yeah. So that was it. That was our other
all gone?
That is gone. And we are running out of the one of the other covers as well. So we will, in all likelihood, we will run out of that cover by the end of.
And you said this is an add-on, and I got to throw on there for $7 if I want this. Okay, I'm throwing that on. Oh wow, that's cool.
Those are just those are more add-ons. You can get if you want to mix and match, you can get
that's a new one.
Get a little deal on a pack. Those are going, the ones on the left, that's our Monkey Secret of Monkey Island tribute cover. Those are
nice.
We'll run out of those too at some point.
So. Get it now before it's gone.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah, Seaside Squad. Yeah. Seaside Squad. Warren did these really awesome sea creature gangsters.
Okay.
So we made trading cards, kind of like Garbage Pail Kids. So these are getting printed right now as well. Man, this has been the defining struggle. I have had so much trouble finding a trading card printer that could get the margins straight. Die cut. I think we need them die cut. So we found a printer that does die cut trading cards. I think that's going to solve the problem. So
you should.
Yeah.
So how do you get this tier? Is it an add-on? Sorry to cut you off, Jason. Is it an add-on? These cards?
This is not. You get 3 free. We throw in 3 Seaside Squad cards. We're releasing. There's a set of 30. We're releasing 10 for this campaign. You get 3 in. It's about, what is it? It's 11 to 3 to 1 common, uncommon, rare. So that's 3 chances to get a rare card.
Nice.
Yeah.
Arvid, have you given any thought to offering Pogs?
Oh, Pogs.
I miss Pogs.
Man, it's a cool idea, but yeah.
Overseas, they used to give us APHIS, it's U.S. Air Force money. It's just cardboard, but they're good for money. We used to stack those APHIS cards, and we would play Pogs. We used to play Pogs.
No kidding. That's so cool. That's so cool. It's inspired by Garbage Pail Kids, and they're all real gangsters too. Actually, there's this cool game called Family Business. It was like an indie kind of card game. You played different gangsters, and they're all historical gangsters. So they're actual historical gangster names.
Dion
Yeah, Dion O'Banion. That's whom Al Capone killed in the St. Valentine's Day massacre to become the crime lord of Chicago.
Wow.
I'm guessing that's Alphonse Chop Capone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Alphonse Capone. Yeah, and then that's Seamus Ceviche O'Hurley. That is not a gangster. That one I just made up off the top of my head. But yeah. So I can't wait for that. Oren's art is just so cool for that too. Yeah, and here we don't really have stretch goals because we've got all stretch goals kind of pre-unlocked. So yeah, because we're taking care of the production up front so that we can get this into people's hands as quickly as possible. So yeah, stretch goals unlocked.
I got a couple of these boxes. They're so beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. That was
really,
Pack Mojo.
Yeah.
They did
it's
a
real good design. I mean, it stops the comic from shifting, and then you just throw an airbag in there.
Right.
Boom, you're done. It ain't going anywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Everything showed up perfect condition. So.
I'm glad to hear that. Yeah. We try to make sure it's bomb proof. Yeah, Oren did those. Oren and I are thick as thieves. Oren is a great human being.
Yeah.
Also, I am a big Oren fan. Yeah. Yeah. So
he should do videos of just him puttering around the house. I bet you he could grow a huge YouTube channel.
Yeah. He's a man of mystery. Yeah, he lives literally on the opposite side of the world from me. That's sort of my little joke is I could start digging, and if I kept digging long enough, I'd come up next to the mulberry tree in his backyard. Yeah. Yeah. So
I miss you. I miss your Sunday show.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Maybe it'll come back someday.
I hope so. It got to be, I love what you guys do. You guys have fun and you're doing it. I think Oren and I just found it to be more and more exhausting. I'm if it's not fun, why am I doing this? It's just easy to get off on little tangents that aren't really helping you. So yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Craig and I have this rule where if it feels like work, we're doing it wrong. So
yes,
exactly. So as an example, this week I didn't do an investigative report. Doesn't matter.
Right.
Doesn't matter.
Right. No, exactly. I think that's my belief in politics aside in presidential campaigns. I don't care about the keys to the president. I don't care. Look at the candidate that's having more fun campaigning. Yep. That is the candidate that's going to win 9 times out of 10, in my opinion.
Yeah.
If you're having fun, you're winning. Yeah, absolutely.
So, with you and Oren in this project, how many books to take it where you want to take it? How many books do you think people should be looking forward to in the coming years? How long of a series is this? Is this indefinite, ongoing? What's the grander vision?
Yeah, this started as a novel. Each album is about 2 chapters of a novel. The first novel has 36 chapters. So that would be
Okay, so now is the time to get in on the ground floor,
right? Because
this is going to keep going. This isn't a one shot. This isn't a one off.
No.
And because I remember talking to you guys earlier on, and you were doing the world building and the lore and all this other kind of stuff. So everything here is well thought out, well planned.
Yeah.
And I think that's as a reader, that's a selling point for me as a reader, that the creative team has thought out the world. They know where they want to go. They're not making it up as they go. That's critical to me because otherwise you're wasting my time, right? If you're doing a bunch of mystery box and you're if at the end of the thing you're going to say they woke up and it was all a dream,
right,
or it's just you're wasting my time. You're wasting my time.
That kind of writing to me, I don't mind bad. I mean, I write badly all the time. Okay, the writing sucks. I'm okay with that. What I'm not okay with is fraudulent writing. Sure. I think like something like what J.J. Abrams. I mean, there's just not a nice way to say it.
Right.
J.J. Abrams, fraud. It's fraudulent writing, and there's a lot of writing that's like that today.
He starts off with a good premise. The idea is usually good for about 30% of whatever he's doing.
And that's why, but that's what makes it fraudulent, because there is so much potential there, but it's never fulfilled. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just trying to find my way back to your campaign. I'm all over the place.
Oh, the end of Bob Newhart. What was it? Was it all a dream? The Bob Newhart show?
I think he woke up on the Newhart show. I think
okay.
I think it was one of the shows he woke up and it was a nap from one of his other shows.
Oh, okay.
Philbo, is that right? That that he woke up and he was in his other show, and it was his second show was a dream.
Wow. That's pretty intense.
Interesting.
This is like a TV show. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was there was the Bob Newhart show in like the 70s, and then there was Newhart in the 80s. And I think at the end of the 80s show, he wakes up and he's in his he was like a therapist, wakes up in his office on the old set. So just wild.
Amazing. Wow, what a cool ending. So it can work. Like when it works, it works. But yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
So we're an hour and 15 minutes in.
Yeah.
68 watching. We started off with, what was the backer count?
355.
355. Do you want to see how much this fantastic audience that joins us every Friday has come out to support you, Arvid? Want to do the drum roll?
Let's see where we're at.
All right. I gotta hit present screen again. All right. Let's see. So drum roll. There we go. Boom. 360 backers. So
wow,
five.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Whoa, a fiver.
Yeah. Wow.
Fantastic.
That is wonderful. Thank you so much, everybody. That is deeply.
There's 68 people watching live. Craig usually has like 100 some watching on the replay. If you back the Band of Crow, ping Arvid on Twitter or the X, let him know that you backed him.
Yes.
And thank you for everybody who's watching here. Got 68 people who are choosing to kick off their weekends by hanging out with us. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
19 days left too for the campaign.
I know,
that's right.
dude.
Yeah, time flies.
How
you gotta start booking more shows. You got candle to burn here, buddy.
I know. Yeah. Tell me about it. You have no idea.
How long ago did you launch this, Arvid?
Like 3 days ago.
Yeah, that's right. This was May 6th.
Oh, holy smokes. All that in a month. Like nicely done.
Yeah. They say apparently it's actually a research crowdfunding. This is probably useful for you too. They say over 30 days, don't bother. 30 days, you're not going to make any more money. 30 days is about the cutoff, and there's just diminishing returns. This is also very interesting. Tuesdays are the best days to launch a campaign.
Really?
Isn't that strange?
Is that because word gets out and people get paid on Fridays, or just fewer media buys?
The leading theory. My theory is that Monday jitters are over. People are kind of locked in, and they're kind of looking. They're kind of winding down a little bit. They're locked in. They're kind of looking for something.
They've got time to browse, and then they're like, oh, that looks cool.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly. So, but Monday mornings they have the highest numbers on Kickstarter. At least you have the highest number of backers on Kickstarter is on Monday morning.
Nice.
Tuesday morning.
Nice.
And it has the lowest numbers of projects launching. So,
all right.
I'm going to put that one in my brain housing group.
We're going to crack the code. The code for Soul Tag 5.
Right.
And I see you're a project we love on Kickstarter. That's a fantastic thing to see.
Isn't that awesome? Yeah, it was awesome. Because we weren't the first time around. I was like, oh man. But yeah. So thank you, Kickstarter. Thank you, Kickstarter.
So as you approach the end of your campaign, they'll be sending out push emails and nudging other comic book backers to get more eyes on it during the home stretch. That's fantastic to see.
Yeah. No, it's great. We applied. There was some weird form I found somewhere. They say that you can't apply. There's not an application, but I'll send it to you.
Send the link.
Yeah,
send us the link.
I don't know if it helped or not, but like I had this form. It's okay. I'll fill it out. I don't know if this is gonna work or not, but then like 2 days later, I got the email. So
nice.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So you're probably gonna relax this weekend a little bit, take a deep breath, and then
oh my god, I know.
Start campaign next week again.
Right, yeah, just hit the ground running. Yeah, but I'm on like 6 hours. Like I need more than 6 hours of sleep, and but it is so. I'm so juiced to be here with you two. Thank you for having me on, man. I appreciate you guys so much. so much.
I appreciate you coming on the show because we were a little bit back and forth. It's like you guys, the show's late, but you did.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I appreciate. Thank you. I'm glad that we were able to meet in the middle. Sincerely.
I'm just excited. Like, I make no secret of it. I pretty much only back people who come on my show. So
yeah, it's yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Hojo and the Mythicals machine. Go back, Mythicals 1 through 3.
Nice.
Good to see you, Hojo.
Speaking of Hojo, I got Mythicals 1 to 3 here too.
Yeah, I got mine. Where do I have? I got
I can't wait.
Right here, Hojo.
Nice.
Boom.
Nice.
What's up? Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
All right. I had a great time too. Thanks. Nice to meet Vulcan. But it's funny. I haven't played 40K in a long time, but man, I remember the good old days of I remember when Rogue Trader came out. That's how old school I am. Yeah. Super into 40K. Yeah. Yeah. And Hojo, you're closing out, if I'm not mistaken. Did you close out Mythicals?
I think it's tonight.
You closed? You done? It's a done deal? I haven't torn into this yet, but I'm excited.
You're gonna make I got his books just on the other side of the room, all 3.
Nice.
I gotta read 2 and 3. I can't wait.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hojo has a great taste in comic. Great.
I really don't like.
Hojo has a great taste in comic book. Fantastic creator, but Hojo has terrible taste in chips. Hojo, I'm hoping you'll come around to the to walk on the Cool Ranch side.
Right.
Peace out, Hojo. But you're totally right about
I'm a big fan. Like, I didn't think you could not like Cool Ranch Doritos.
Hojo's right. Hojo's right 99% of the time about anything, any topic.
I know.
Ask Hojo his advice, his opinion. He's 99% right. The one thing he's wrong about is Cool Ranch.
Man.
Oh, here, Hojo's he's just done with IGG. That's right.
Oh, okay.
So his intent is he's gonna also bring it over to Fund My Comic, I believe.
Nice.
And then it's got another one here.
Nice.
He had to get all the Canadian orders out this week because you guys have some kind of
that's
great.
right. There's something. What's going on lately?
Our postal union likes to strike, so they did have a strike action last year, which held it up. They had forced to work legislation. The government forced them back to work.
Okay.
Stomped on their so obviously that was just for a brief period. They justify that by saying, well, it was Christmas time and election. Okay. So you're not gonna, you're not gonna get us not elected by striking. So get back to work. But that was just for a limited time, and now that time's elapsed, they're going right back to the strike line.
Okay. So, wow, Canada, it's like a little piece of Southern Europe right here.
We're an example of what happens if you let the California Democrats take over your country.
No, indeed. Yeah.
So during the postal troubles there, twice Craig got comic books from that he backed comic books. Twice he got empty packages that were cut open. So somebody stole his books.
Wow.
It's bad customs job. They didn't tape it back
properly. Oh, okay. So it
opened it to
out
inspect
or
it.
something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they did a half-ass job.
In the Canadian customs, there's guys that go, "Oh, critical blast."
Right. Yeah, that's right.
Return address is critical blast. I gotta pop that open.
Huh?
Grab that.
You ain't getting into Canada, boy. Man.
What Hojo says lies. I don't know what
it's probably the Dorito stuff. Probably.
Okay. Yes.
All right. So we got 6 minutes to go here as we're winding down. We got 70 people watching live.
Awesome.
Please go back the Band of the Crow. Craig and I fully endorse this project. We are so excited to see the momentum that Arvid and Oren have. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's been a long week.
No, believe me.
We are so excited that he's here. So excited for it's going gangbusters. It's got like 20 days to go.
Yeah.
Please go look at the campaign and give some consideration to backing. Craig, I have no idea what crazy outros you have in store for us. Looking forward to them. But Craig, what's happening this coming week? Are you doing anything special this coming week?
All in all, no, I'm just going to keep working on the house. I am working with Gonzalo again. I do got an announcement. So I keep saying I want to do this crowdfunding properly. My goal is always, I think it's all of ours, is to have the crowdfunding pay for the book, right?
Yeah,
that's the goal. If I could just have it.
Pay for the printing. Yep.
Right. But I do have enough money to start issue 5, and I've got the itch. I've got that writing itch again.
Good.
So I am going to start writing it. I'm just going to start writing issue 5 and put it in production. And once I start putting in production, I ain't going to stop. So if you were looking for Soul Tech 5, it is going to exist. I'm at least going to get that done.
How about the Soul Tech NFT? How's that coming along?
Right. I was going to ask, so I don't mean to put Arvid on spot. I know Arvid got issue 4. Did you have a chance to flip through issue 4 of Soul Tech, or?
Yeah, I think it's awesome, Craig. I love the world building that you do. Yeah. It just there's a lot of surprises and turns. Like you talk about a really well thought out world. It reminds me of that movie Ice Pirates. Do you remember? Do you know that movie Ice Pirates?
Gotta see that. I gotta see that. I gotta see that. Yeah, it's on the list.
It has that great kind of dark. It's dark, but it has a great like action movie feel to it. I don't know. It's just
Craig and I might do a Rumble exclusive where we watch Ice Pirates, and cool. You're welcome to come on when we
awesome.
do that.
Awesome. I think
I haven't seen Ice Pirates, and I haven't seen Call. And there's the what's the movie that's the destruction of Jared Sin? What movie is that? There's some movie where the tagline is the secondary title is the destruction of Jared Sin. It's some 80s movie, and I haven't
missing out on.
There's a couple of great 80s movies. I saw Dune in the theater.
Mm-hmm.
I saw so many great movies in the theater, but RoboCop and all that.
Yep.
There's like a couple sci-fi movies that I could not convince my parents to bring me to the mall, so I didn't see them ever. And then there was a stretch of time where I didn't have a television. So Ice Pirates and
Call. Yeah. I've got the comic book for that.
Do you mean Call or do you mean Crawl?
Crawl.
Oh, Crawl. Yeah, Crawl. Yeah. The guy, he's got the star shape.
Alien ninja
star. Crawl. Yeah. It's cool. Yeah. Liam Neeson's in it.
Oh, wow.
He's like it's like an early role of his. Yeah.
Nice.
It's good. It's a little uneven. I mean, but yeah. Metal Storm, the destruction of
Jared Sin.
Yeah.
And I have no idea who Jared Sin is, but I'm like, all right, it'll put me back in a time and a place.
Are we gonna have to do that? Stream 80s sci-fi movies?
We have to. Yeah, we'll have to do it on the Rumble. And also, I've never seen the Disney Black Hole movie. I've never seen it.
Mm.
Oh yeah, Maximilian Shells. They got these cool guns that have this there's like a barrel at the top. It's got some good design, that movie. Yeah.
There's some gems I never.
There really are. Yeah. No, all those movies are great. They're kind of like, they don't take themselves too seriously either. Yeah.
Vulcan likes this idea. He says, "Let's do it."
Mm-hmm. That sounds very cool.
We will do that. Arvid, aside from catching some sleep, what are you doing next week?
Next week, I got I'm turning into an old man. I very badly injured my shoulder, so I'm continuing my shoulder physical therapy. But it's good. It's getting better finally. I'm getting my strength back. So yeah, that's about it. And then just chopping fruit for my children for their lunches.
Chopping tomatoes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, chopping tomatoes next week. Yeah. That's it. Going to Costco. That's the highlight of my week. I'm always so excited to go to Costco, but by the time I'm like, wow, I am done with Costco, man. Oh my God. So that's a highlight. I just lift weights and go to Costco.
There you go.
That's my life.
All right. I'll be working on Jupiter issue 2, plugging away.
I can't wait. By the way, both of what you guys do, cannot wait for Jupiter, cannot wait for Soul Tech. Both of you guys.
Thank you.
I'm so happy that I am on tenterhooks for Jupiter too, tenterhooks for Soul Tech. Both
the captain. I'm working on the Captain Klein bottle segment of Jupiter issue 2. It's like a 10-page fight scene. It's total Kirby mayhem. It's exciting. So stay tuned for that.
Did you read his classic Jupiter from the 90s?
No, I never. It is such a pleasure to discover Jupiter for the first time. Also, normally postmodernism, I get very my spidey sense starts to tingle. Jason, you do it so well. It's so beautifully. It is so well done.
He hides his 90s work, but his 90s work is great too. I got the first 8 issues. Yeah.
Nice.
Now he's got
okay. Wow.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
For those of you that believe things that Craig says, there's on Amazon Comixology, there's a Jupiter issue 0, which is the best, in my opinion, the best of the 9 issues of black and white 90s Jupiter. So you can check that out if you believe what Craig is
Okay.
shilling here. But otherwise, for the campaign for issue 2, I might do a print edition of Jupiter Zero, just to give people the creme de la creme of the old stuff.
I'd love to see it. I would love to see the old stuff, Jason.
It's hard to look at for me, but
Is it okay?
other people like it.
Most artists, and rightfully so, because you evolve so much as an artist, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Belmont, Mr.
Hey,
Pencils Down.
Right.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Belmont.
Imagine he'll have a new venture coming along soon because no one.
Oh,
Justin, he's got the brand new newborn tying him up.
He's got the kid.
Yeah. Mazel tov. I'm so happy to hear that. That's just beautiful.
Vulcan, you should know by now not to trust this man. All right, Craig, let's we got 73 people watching live. Hang around, watch Craig's outro. He's becoming an editing master, editing wizard. He finds the best stuff from the previous week, the best outtakes, the best gag reels. It's just like a lot of fun. So as Vulcan says, it's outro time.
To the 74 that tuned in this evening, thank you so much for joining us for the Friday nights. You're the reason we keep coming back every Friday with 3 topics, 90 minutes. We find a guest creator. Thank you for supporting indie creators. Thank you for supporting all these great projects, making these dreams possible. And with that being said, thank you again, Arvid. Thank you for coming back. I'm so excited for Band the Crow coming in September and to keep reading it. And with that being said, everybody, have an awesome weekend.
It's an odontophile's dream here on the 27th floor of Guy's Hospital, London, but fortunately none of these teeth still bite. In the nearby laboratory, though, for more than a decade, dental scientists have been trying to grow one that can. And they've almost done it.
I'm a clinical dentist, but this idea of actually replacing in a biological way and regrowing a tooth was the one which drew me here in London, and I have stayed here and we have developed this research further.
Using a person's own cells to regrow an organ is thought to be less risky. And while these scientists may have grown a tooth, they haven't yet managed to harvest it for transplant.
Biological tooth is not like the implants or the dentures. It's artificial one, so it has its own vessels. It can grow by itself. So that is the really cool part, and it can interplay with your bones better than the artificial one.
So what we can see here, this is actually a section of little toothlets, tooth organoids, which were formed in a dish, in a lab. And you can see that already the cells which are responsible to make the enamel and the cells which are responsible for making the other parts of the tooth, such as the dentin or the dental pulp, they're all already committed, and they will be forming the dental tissues once we implant them.
So we're at LPM in Vegas, and they give out tomatoes and lemon as your little bread at the table, which is great for me because I'm gluten-free. So this is like iconic. So I'm assuming we just cut it. We'll do a little bit of lemon. Olive oil. Pardon me. Some salt. Oh my goodness. And pepper. Cheers. Wow. So fresh. So good.
3 tomatoes are walking down the street. Papa tomato, mama tomato, and baby tomato. Baby tomato starts lagging behind, and Papa tomato gets really angry. goes back and squishes him, says, ketchup.
Gotcha, bitch.
Merci. Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Most playing cards toppled in a domino fashion 吉尼斯世界纪录称号，最终的结果是51725张，打破挑战目标。You are officially amazing.
Are you sure you want to make this bet with your life savings?
Yeah, I'm certain. I want you to know we would never knowingly condone or accept someone taking a wager of their entire life savings. To that extent, once you're ready, just give me a head nod and we'll start it.
Great.